Hi there. My name is Barry. I'm a professional spiritual intuitive and a New York State licensed psychotherapist. Today, in this video, it's the third in a three-part series. I'll be talking about the difference between religion and being religious and spirituality or being a spiritual individual. In certainly Western culture, and I think in most cultures, the concept of spirituality and religion are intermixed. There's not a clear differentiation. It's like in the other videos where I was talking about the difference between emotions and feelings and how those two terms are used interchangeably, but they're entirely separate animals. Same thing. Religion and spirituality are used interchangeably, but are very, very separate. I'll give you the basics. Religion generally has a set of beliefs that have been developed and laid down over the millennia. And religion says, this is the way reality works. This is how we worship the god or gods. This is how we live our lives. And a religious person tries the best to study, to learn, to go to lectures and teachings by those who have mastered the holy books, and tries their best to live up to the letter of the law and to follow the teachings that have been taught to them. Religion is all about studying what has come before, what the great teachers within that religion say the religion is, and they try to follow, to incorporate it. And it is primarily an intellectual exercise. It's a matter of studying, it's a matter of understanding, and then acting on the basis of your understandings. Spirituality is totally different. In the spiritual practice, there is no set of beliefs. There's no set of guidelines. Yeah, a spiritual master may talk about things that they believe is true, but you don't have to incorporate it into your life to be a spiritual person. Spirituality is about direct experience, direct connection with the deity of your conceptualization, with the spirit guides of your conceptualization, whatever you want to call it. But it's an I-thou experience, to quote Martin Buber, a very famous Jewish philosopher. It says that I exist here, thou art that which is, and I wish to have an experience with thou, to incorporate thou within I. And spiritual practice, and there are many, many different ways of doing it, is this process, this attempt to develop this level of connection, this level of understanding. Yes, there is intellectual understanding involved, but it's primarily a feeling-based connection, a gut-based. It's a sense of experiences. You can open up and you allow the divine to enter you. You allow the connection to flourish. In many ways, it's a surrendering to that which is greater and higher, not through using ego, not through using understanding, but through allowing the mind, the intellect, to be quiet and to have an experience of, this is not me, this is outside of me, or this is the greater me, not the me on the day-to-day basis, but perhaps the me that is much bigger than who I think I am, and to allow that part to flourish, to flow through, and to be. And then should try to live one's life A spiritual person tries to live in accordance with how they feel is the right thing to do, to live in accordance with guidance and wisdom, not knowledge, but wisdom that comes from different forms of spiritual practices. Look throughout the world. There's chanting. Look in churches. Look at the mosques. Look in all the Eastern religions. There's practices which are followed, which are meant to put the mind, the energy, into a certain frame that enables them to transcend the ego, transcend the intellect, and to have a more kinesthetic, a feeling-based connection. To put it in scientific terms, to leave the head brain and just to go with the gut brain. Because the gut brain can know the divine. The head brain can only conceptualize what the divine is, but can never actually know. There isn't the ability to have that experience. It's language, it's thought, it's skills, it's analytical. The gut brain is experiential. It's feeling. It has an awareness, not a knowledge. And a spiritual person grows in awareness. And they may not be able to define it, but they know. And spirituality is about increasing this level of awareness, this level of connection, this level that says, okay, when I close my eyes, when I sit quietly, when I listen to this or stare at that, I can leave my ego-based sense of self. In Buddhism, it's called the monkey mind. I can leave that behind. And I can step into a reality that is still me, but it's a greater me, a broader me. Some believe that the aspect, the essence of spirit is outside the self and one needs to bring it in. Some believe that the divine lives within and it's just a matter of opening it up and connecting to this part of the greater you. Either way, it's an attempt to connect directly. And it's not about studying books, it's not about attending lectures or teachings, but it's about having the holy become encompassed within the self. And that's my understanding of the difference between religion and spirituality, between being a religious person and a spiritual practitioner. I hope this has been of interest to you. And until the next time, bye.